Where I'm from, if we didn't keep moving, we'd freeze to death. Literally.
Halo. Live-nya bentar lagi mulai teman-teman ya. Ini udah mulai sih, cuman aku belum
This place is
menampakkan
pretty
diri.
dead. By which I mean, there's nothing to kill.
Nah, dari backsoundnya ini
I wonder what the
Sumeru
rest
banget
of the
deh.
Harbingers are up to. Plotting and scheming on an ever grander scale, no doubt.
Sebentar ya teman-teman ya. Mau live santai aja, mau mengelarin beberapa quest ya, walau mungkin nggak kekejar semua sih.
This place is pretty dead.
Gue berharap nggak ada
By
kendala
which I
internet ya.
mean, there's nothing to kill.
Soalnya biasa gue live di atas jam 9 nih teman-teman. Cuman ya pengen jam segini sebenarnya masih agak gimana ya, mau live jam segini tuh masih banyak di rumah gue yang belum tidur, jadinya pada banyak pakai internet dan mungkin bisa aja terjadi gangguan koneksi teman-teman. Maklum paketannya nggak yang iya bang. Ini orang kenapa ngerusuh mulu anjir setiap gue live. Halo Tian, selamat bergabung. Oke, balik ke tujuan kita ya. Kita mau nge-quest hari ini. Nih lihat, story quest ini bener-bener belum gue sentuh sama sekali. Gather information as instructed by Nahida. Yang ini belum bisa. Tebak gue lagi di mana? Tebak ya nih. Di luar, tapi nggak di rumah. Bener kan? Bener banget gue Tian. Sorry, gue lupa buat. Nah, ini dia nih. Nah, udah ganti sini sekarang. Dah, kita ini dulu lah. Yang utama Archon Quest dulu. Dah, kita langsung cus. Iya, no. Bener kan gue kan? Nih.
This should be Sataria's favorite fortune-telling spot. So should we ask the fortune teller about Sataria?
Lucu komentarnya keluar. Iya, komentarnya keluar.
Information on Sataria.
Tapi gue agak hati-hati sekarang, Ti. Soalnya komentar gue keluar kan udah nggak disaring sama naik botnya. Kalau gue ketemu orang random yang cuman mau nge-griever stream gue, udah susah, perlu manual gue. Ya moga aja nggak ada sih yang bertindak kayak gitu deh.
The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able
Kan
to
guys,
show you
semenjak
the way.
gue udah ngubah posisi kamera sama chat, sekarang udah pada bisa ngelihat teksnya kalau gue nge-story, jadi lebih enak lagi.
My friend here has some doubts regarding his future. Can we get a fortune reading for him?
Of course, of course. In that
Yowes, gue
case,
masuk ruangan dulu bentar lagi. Oh, gue tahu. Lu lagi di ini ya, di gereja ya. Lu lagi tugas nggak sih? Lestian, semangat. Oke, thank you udah sempat mampir ya. Gila, so tau banget gue. Padahal gue nggak tahu lu lagi di mana aslinya, Ti.
Only mocking the god of Animo questioning the Lord of Geo's financial savviness and brawling with the God of Electro.
Gue lagi di klinik. Oh, lagi di klinik. Oke, GWS.
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Love prospects?
Love prospect.
No problem at all.
Oke, siap.
The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. One who is fated to cross your path will appear on... Huh? So many people will fall for you. How could that be? Harut, Marut, did you two spoil my divination?
Oh my god, ada
I've never
kucingnya.
read a fortune so absurd.
Kucingnya lucu, guys. Mau. Ada Meng.
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune telling you've ever done. I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is suboptimal. As such, there will be no charge.
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
Pulsa gue mana ya? Oh, ini.
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the
Harut and
wheels
Marut.
of fate.
Ini kayak suara gue terlalu pecah nggak sih? Jadi gue atur dulu ya. Desibelnya gue turunin di segini aja. Kita harus mencari informasi, mengumpulkan informasi.
Is this another one of Sataria's favorite stalls? Yep, it belongs to a king. His father helped Sataria a lot when she first moved to Sumeru City, so she still comes by whenever she has time. When I start talking with him, listen carefully to the details of our conversation.
Ah, dear customers, would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from
Miss
the
Catherine
Adventurers Guild?
tapi lagi dirasuki Nahida.
Sounds like I'm in for some big business.
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad.
Jujur ya guys ya, gue jadi ngeri sama Arkon yang ada di Sumeru ini. Kalau bisa merasuki orang, ngeri serius. Punya kemampuan kayak gitu.
And I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you love.
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos nowadays.
I see. We wish him peace and happiness in his retirement. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods. We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
No problem. Rest easy, all our goods are sure to meet your every need.
Cari informasi lagi.
This should be our final stop. Sataria is always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia, so she always comes by whenever she's out in the city. Nahida, you've really thought of everything! It's my duty to protect Sumeru's citizens after all.
Dengan alasan melindungi wilayahnya Sumeru.
I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Jadi serem.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's right! I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent. But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars, and I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get to the academia after their next round of exams.
What an admirable spirit for learning. Amazing.
Sure, but you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First I've heard of it.
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons.
I see. Guess that makes sense. Well, good luck with your studies, Miss Chi.
Thank you so much.
No time to lose.
So, was that everybody? Mm-hmm. 3 familiar faces should be enough for Sataria. What's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida, you still haven't told us how you're planning to make Sataria face her problems. Sataria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibilities. I remember that you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormuz are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of the Scarlet King. Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the faith of her homeland may turn out to be Sataria's soft spot. Oh, Paimon gets it now! You want to take advantage of the guilt Sataria feels about her homeland. Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages. Well, the Scarlet King is long gone, and Sataria is also too smart to fall for any simple. If we simply engaged her under the guise of the Scarlet King's believers, she would definitely be wary of us, and we may not get anywhere. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her, her reaction would probably be very different. So, you mean you're going to possess those people we just talked to? Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply that they've already converted to the faith of the Scarlet King. And then convey our made-up will of the Scarlet King. As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Sataria for sure. She'll never guess that we had anything to do with it. So that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break form. Possessing them will only work if you can manage to pass off as them. Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them. Huh? Best of luck? That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long as you're also wearing an Akasha terminal, the effect will basically be as if you possessed them yourself. That is pretty convenient. But why does he have to do this? Can't you do it yourself? Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
Buat kalian yang belum tahu Akasha Terminal tuh ya guys ya, ini yang buat yang gak main Genshin tapi nonton liveku. Akasha Terminal tuh yang dipakai di rakyat-rakyat Sumeru kebanyakan, yang di kupingnya itu dia kayak ada apa sih, hologram gitu. Gue sendiri masih belum tahu fungsinya banyak tentang Akasha Terminal, tapi ya udahlah ya. Ini buat kalian yang belum tahu nih, Akasha Terminal tuh, nah ini nih yang ada di kuping nih, yang ada di kuping dia nih. Canggih loh orang-orang yang ada di Sumeru. Afternoon.
Here she comes. Sataria's here. Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say.
Paimon's starting to feel kinda nervous. Okay, let's go. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
Ini gara-gara representasi Arkon Sumerunya bocil ya. Kita kalau nyelesain quest jujur aja berasa kayak apa ya? Ya. Kerasukan.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right?
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there. Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong? I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again? Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
Untung gue inget.
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must have come for another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods will reveal the truth.
Sorry, your new laugh.
Please pay no mind to the gods are asking. Sitaria, why?
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been?
Sitaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a...
I'm sorry. I know And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
Bingung dah.
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all. The Scarlet King.
The Scarlet King? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Oh, wait a second. The Scarlet King passed away a long time ago. Even though news of the Scarlet King's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can the Scarlet...
What insolence! I am the Scarlet King's most loyal believer.
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait! Whoa! She just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset too.
Well done. Sitaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core.
Kasian dia.
Aw, Nahida, it seems like you understand human emotions really well after all.
All I know are some abstract Harava-taught theories. And in any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. I'm still trying to make sense. Anyway, enough of that.
He's out of Keem's now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away.
Ush. Set. Rasuki lagi.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? Gardening? But don't you hate everything to do
Aduh,
with
salah.
plants? I still...
Well,
Fair enough. Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better? Huh? Wasn't he nursing a leg injury?
he sprained his...
Actually, while we're talking about him,
Yeah, he's been...
if you could find the time, please write him a letter. Please pass on that recently, faith in the Scarlet King has taken root in Port Ormos. He has a quick temper, and has always been a devout follower of the Akan. I don't want him to get into a
Scarlet
fight
King ini
with
kayak
those
punya
Scarlet
sebutan
King
banyak
believers because of a
nih.
difference in
Ditekankan di
beliefs.
sini King Desert.
Oh, so who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or the Scarlet King? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray the Scarlet King, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
Akeem, you don't mean you've also become a believer of the Scarlet King?
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa.
Oh,
Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this. You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything. Anyway, let's keep going. Come on! Sataria's already started talking.
So, Shishan, have you, like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something? Wait, did you just say attic?
Well, oh, right.
bikin
Speaking of
kayak
strange
kalau
things,
kita melawan
I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost
ada yang
count.
seru gitu.
Wait, how could...
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to the Scarlet King as well!
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should... In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by side with the Academia, and treated people as nothing more than
Please,
Tuh,
please stop!
mulai stres dia, mulai stres.
Even now, Sataria's still trying to run from her problem. She can no longer justify everything to herself. Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards! What should we do? This is the most important part of all.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matcha right away. Please, try to remain calm, Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their heretics. The Scarlet King! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him.
Miss Sataria,
You know...
the Scarlet King is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, child of the Scarlet King, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still
Beberapa orang
can't
udah
pick a side?
terbayang-bayang gitu loh, dihantui Scarlet
What an
King.
absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King.
Panik nggak? Panik nggak? Panik lah. Masa enggak? Aduh, kasihan sih. Cuman gimana ya?
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides,
How do you know me so well? Are you truly—
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the academia and its sages, and to if you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
How much do you know?
I was just one of the designers for the master, but I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city, and even the sages are still quite wary of him.
To fight against the academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work.
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the let me see. Let's use the most primitive method. Send someone to pick up the documents tomorrow evening at the Academia entrance.
The Academia entrance?
Don't worry about that. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the document.
All right.
So,
that'll depend on
the Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our side.
Nice.
The Traveler's execution was ingenious. He's the one who deserves all the praise. Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do is pray for Sataria's mission to go off without a hitch. Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of wisdom and guardian of the scholars? No. The truth is the true guardian of scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild.
Following night. Okay. Salah. Satu hari lagi satu. Sekarang udah ada fitur ngelompatin waktu, bisa langsung 2 hari gitu. Bukan 2 hari, sehari maksudnya. Muter 2 kali. Nah, sekarang Adventure Guild nih. Kan yang tadi sebelum gua mulai nge-quest nih hilang ya. Sekarang ada lagi deh Catherine-nya. Jadi gua kalau waktu belum nyelesain quest yang ada di Sumeru tuh, quest yang harian yang warnanya ungu, itu harus ke daerah selain region Sumeru, soalnya Catherine-nya nggak ada.
We're on a secret mission tonight, so we... Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot fully... If something were to happen, my existence may be the... After all, the Academia should still be Yep, exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be on our guard. Off? What do you feel is off?
Okay.
It's the middle of the night. Of course it's quiet. No, I think he's right. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not... Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out a way to not only distract the guards, but also to get everyone to go to sleep early, just so we can exchange the documents in peace. I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off. But now that we're here, let's go ahead and meet her as we planned. Well, regardless, as long as you're here with us, Paimon feels a little safer. people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards.
Speed of light. Hey! Don't blink.
Waduh, cutscene. Kalau cutscene kan berasa kayak nonton bioskop ya. Enaknya sambil makan.
What are all these people doing here at this hour of the night?
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last.
Fatui.
And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
Kayak yang ada di trailer kan?
The outcast, expelled from the academia.
Indeed I am.
Dotore nggak sih?
Days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
Aduh, serem banget.
The people of Sumeru City. What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people. Leave now. You need to get out of here. What? That guy's a Fatui Harbinger! We can't just leave you here! Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru!
Turu.
Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
Waduh. Seru. Tapi Nahida kayak cemas gitu nggak sih?
You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
This should be far enough. Paimon needs to catch her breath first.
Ngapain napas? Paimon kan nggak lari. Dia kan terbang ya.
Because of her. Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one. That guy was number 2. So scary. He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tainari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who wants God, and that even the sages are wary of him. Yep, sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor. Yeah, now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the academia, they're in cahoots with the Fatui. But what are the Fatui after this time? Another Gnosis? Yeah, things would be a lot easier with Nahida's help. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city.
Masalahnya bisa ketemu lagi nggak nih?
Just keep waiting around, right? You mean? Oh, right. Well, even though he turned it down there's no time to lose.
Serem sih. Udah Tore udah muncul.
Speed of light. Don't blink.
Kok ada Healy ya?
With sword comes shadow.
Ini yang kayak gini nih bisa di interact ini. Nah kita sini dulu aja lah.
Hold it right there.
Siapa
A
lagi?
blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you all right. Take a look around. You've fallen right into our trap.
Yang begini-begini nih.
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of 30? Did you come here to arrest us?
Corps of 30? We're nothing like those government lap. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders of a client known only as the Outcast.
The
The
Outcast.
outcast? An outcast from the academia? But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up soon enough. Get them!
Ya udah tewas semua ini. Ya, bye-bye lah.
Up, traveler!
Iya, aman Paimon, aman.
Following orders.
Speed of light. Let's light it up.
Terminate!
Nowhere to hide. Don't blink. Incoming. Hey! With sword comes shadow. Huh? Don't blink.
It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements!
Banyak juga.
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like? Yeah, looks like we'll have to keep our guards up. But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where to set up an ambush. Did he predict that we would try to find Tainari? Going up against smart people is tough. Anyway, let's keep going.
Woi, ada anjing. Halo Sak. Halo, ini kita cuma tahu Saknya doang anjir. Si Sak nih. Baik kita ngobrol. Good puppy. Nggak bisa dipet-pet anjay. Rudaba.
You're mine.
Kole. Halo Kole. Ini nyari Tainari cuman
It's the
nih.
traveler in
Adanya
Paimon.
Kole.
What are you two doing back here? Kale! It's nice to see you again.
Udah lama
Are you
nggak liat
doing
Kole.
alright? To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My LSR has been progressing at a faster rate lately. I'm finding it harder to complete more intricate tasks. As a result, Master Tainari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He
will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks.
Oh, Kale. Speaking of Tainari, did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him.
Oh, Master Tainari? You just left the Avidia Forest a little while ago.
Pardis
He was
Dai.
headed to Park.
He left? What? Isn't
Nah,
Tainari
ini dia
always
nih.
saying
Ada
that
yang
he never
janggal.
wants to leave the Avidia Forest? He even turned down the sage's invitation.
Aneh nih,
I
aneh.
thought it was weird too. Master Tainari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. He almost never leaves his post. No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind. He also made sure to delegate all his tasks using a schedule. To leave in such a hurry? I'd guess he had something urgent to take care of. Master Tainari originally studied in the Amorta Darshan of the Academia, and Pardis the Eye is something like the Amorta's research base. I know that before he became a forest watcher, Master Tainari once spent a long time conducting research at Pardis the Eye.
A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what kind of research Tainari just decided to work on all of a sudden. Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Pardis the Eye.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now. If you run into
Got it. Will do. See.
Bye-bye, Kole. Bye-bye. Balik lagi ke Pardis Diai. Udah ada Catherine di sini, cuy.
Wait, look who it is.
Nahida lah. Nahida harusnya
Goodness,
sih.
you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment. Actually, it's very smart of the traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human minds. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up and I was facing the doctor by myself. Even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm can occasionally pass as a patch of sky. Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come. Huh? But I wasn't... Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about... When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean engraving information into their mind. Instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me. What a relief. The doctor sure pulled out some hidden cards, but good thing we had Nahida with us.
Aku Tore nampakin diri tuh gila.
I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards. Also, the doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the Akasha. Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then, how do we stop him? He's still at the Academia, so it's possible he already started messing with the Akasha. It feels like he's toying with us. Plus, the doctor's combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2 of the Fatui. We shouldn't give up hope just yet. Let's try to find another way to attack this problem. Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Pardis Di? Have you been waiting for us? Yes, I have. I can see the traveler's elemental energy, so I did. You didn't come here for sightseeing.
BTW gue suka lah sama skill MC kita yang Dendro.
Okay.
Kebetulan juga yang baru gue build Hero Dendro ya mau ngomong Traveler. Traveler gue juga semenjak Sumeru keluar baru rencana gue bikin 90. Akhirnya pakai Traveler gitu, dan pedangnya juga pakai pedang yang unik ya, yang didapat dari Liwe, dari pedagang yang dulunya tuh ngaku dari apa dojo mana gitu. Bukan dojo sih, cuman kayak lebih ke clan.
Traveler? It is you!
Teh saha, gue lupa.
It's Apesia.
Bayangin loh, detailnya Genshin kita di dalam ruangan nih. Ruangannya berasa kayak bergema gitu. Ya, gue lupa lu tapi ya.
What a pleasant surprise!
It's
so nice to see the two of you again.
Who's this? She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the, what's it called? Satyava. Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time.
Apesia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest means you're not in training anymore? Wait, no. Did you?
What do you think? My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
You did it! Congratulations!
You're truly amazing.
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime joy with others at long last.
Paimon so imut banget. Udah dari dulu kayak gitu, Ti. Jadi harus sabar kalau main Genshin. Karena maskot kita itu ya si Paimon itu.
That sounds incredible!
Halo Tian, selamat bergabung kembali. Gila, live gue tuh emang kalau lagi hari-hari biasa sepi banget kayak hati emang.
Oh, alright. Actually, please wait. I haven't forgotten my promise to you. Remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irminsul once I gained deeper insights. My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine.
Lagian bukannya belajar, udah tadi siang.
You can do that?
Tadi siang belajar, cuman nggak sampai yang berjam-jam. Habis itu tidur siang, habis itu ya sesuai yang gue bilang kemarin, Tian. Gue stream lagi.
I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give it a try,
belajar mulu bisa gila gue bener.
Your consciousness during the process.
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneal with me. This is still a crucial part of the ceremony.
We're using that incense again?
Tapi yang gila sih minggu depannya kita UTS bakal nge-push banget cuy. Senin, Rabu, Kamis, Jumat kan. Selasanya bolong itu.
Okay.
Ready?
Apa nih? Wes, merem dulu, merem. Awas saya kerasukan nih.
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled.
Wait, ini siapa nih? Kok ada emblem elektro nih?
The first to betray me was a god.
Oh, Sakramus,
My
Sakramus.
creator. My mother.
Berasa lagi liat wayang, guys.
She saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me.
Ngamuk-ngamuk.
Humans, they can't be trusted. and the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounced the world
Wah,
and
gila.
laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate.
Kayak backstory-nya
Receive a supreme gnosis,
ceritanya si
brimming
Sakramus.
with pure divinity.
Tawanya maksa gak sih
There is
ketawanya?
no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your
Padahal mau
era
keluar gitu ngajak lu gas kayak kita
is
makan
coming to an
roti.
end.
Iya ya, tanggung sebenarnya kita libur tes itu ya. Tanggung sebenarnya Ti. Ya, gue juga kangen juga ke Gultik gitu. Lu nya juga lagi flu juga. Ini pelosanya dipakai tercepet sembuh. Gue semenjak pakai pelosa seger hidung. Lagi musim-musimnya ini sih bikin flu.
Did we actually just see the Balladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god! Such a noble will! Such sublime emotion! Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart.
Artinya ada yang salah dengan si
Oh,
Hypatia
great
ini.
and merciful God!
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no periporno life, but rather...
No kan?
Why are you so mean to me? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise and honor? Haven't I uncovered that light in
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought everything Wait, have I already lost my mind?
Nah itu dia, Hypatia, Anda sepertinya sudah mulai rada-rada.
Wait, something isn't right.
Naon? Ada yang tidak beres? Waduh, waduh. Wede. Eh. Ya. Jangan bilang dia jadi bocil. Oh my god. Gue berasa nonton anime cuy hari ini. Berasa bermain sambil nonton. Plosa mulu. Ya iya bener nih. Ini plosa nih. Wow mantep. Tainer ya. Gila kayak story quest di Sumeru seru banget tuh ya. Beda ya di waktu di Inazuma sih seru ya. Mostad lumayan lah. Cuman di Sumeru ini kayak ada yang berbeda gitu. Ya kalau nggak ada yang pembedanya ya mungkin orang jadi bosen main Genshin ya. Tapi sampai sekarang gue nggak bosen tuh main Genshin gara-gara yang storynya juga gameplaynya juga bagus. It's me.
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What?
You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body? Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness? Where is she now?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be achieved with current human technology.
Steiner ini kalau ngomong bawaannya tenang banget.
The consciousness in your
Wibawa
body
penjaga
totally passed on a
hutannya tuh
message.
keluar
She
gitu kalau
said,
lagi ngomong.
The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore. But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies.
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time. Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies. Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from the alchemical divination at the Sub-Zero's festival. Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. But she isn't with us anymore.
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who is occupying the traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed that for myself. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side, so I trust you.
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project, all I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were... What?
Do you have any evidence? So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Tainari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Pardes Dii and began searching for a way to return her to her normal self. If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile. Now that you mention it, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god. The Doctor and the Balladeer. We have 2 Fatui Harbingers in Sumeru. From your description, I don't think they've completed their project. There may still be room for us to intervene. But then, what is the connection between creating a new god?
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals. Right, we've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out.
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few more things to help Hypatia. If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Rabat. That'll be your fastest route. Come find me here if there's anything else I can do to help. May the spirit of wisdom go with you.
Thanks, Tainari. Hopefully Hypatia will feel better soon. We're off then.
Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Benny's adventure team, assemble! Or not. Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Benny's...
Kan kita di sini ya, bisa pakai dramatic transformer. Udah.
Nowhere to hide. Let's light it up! Ha! Off we go! Teamwork is strict! Why do they never miss? Let's light it up! Incoming!
Yeah!
Speed of light! That's everything. On to the next.
Point of view.
Hey!
here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this...
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Ada El hitam.
Over here.
Oh, hey, they went that way! Let's hurry up.
Travelers and visitors, don't miss out!
What the? Where did he go? How did we lose him?
More Aramite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal all I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia...
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that... And these days, you're more fascinating than... Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the divine knowledge capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the
Nitip
capsule
like bang lagi
originated
live
in the
juga
desert
soalnya.
and was
Oke,
eventually
thank you,
moved to
thank
Port
you.
Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this,
Semangat
I must
live-nya, bro.
understand how the capsule
Sama-sama
first
live
came to
streamer
be.
nih. Keren,
Which
keren.
brings me back to you and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the divine knowledge capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
Alhaitham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the divine knowledge capsule. No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own.
That's right! We have the same plan as you! But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
Let's go.
Don't blink!
Kita mulai ke daerah yang udah bukan hijau lagi. Gersang ini daerahnya, astaga. Backsound musiknya berubah, terus ini ada apaan?
Incoming! Hey!
Oke, first impression gue di daerah ini kayak serem gitu. Masih ada lagi. Waduh.
With sword comes shadow. Don't blink.
Propagate!
Let's light it up.
Gila, berat juga ini daerah ya. VGA gue sampai lumayan ini loh. Lumayan hangat. 70 derajat.
Want a taste of my hammer?
Speed of light.
Bring it on. No time to lose.
Scatter!
Itu apaan?
Cut to the chase.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Who's next?
Hunter becomes the
Now I
hunted.
just need to get my hands on.
Sambil buka teleport ini ya. Ini apaan nih? Jamur, jamur.
Off we go.
Ada kala jengking dong.
Don't blink. Speed of light. Hey!
Nggak dapet.
Before us lies Aru Village.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place! Let's go check it out!
Sino.
Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the mantra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al-Haytham?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for—
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer.
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Haytham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two! Ugh! What you would do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them!
Ahem. Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here, otherwise these two are gonna start—
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds. Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong!
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey!
All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover!
Someone's calling for us! Oh, this wind is—
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you Academia folks such hard work?
All right, stop yelling.
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so—
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right,
Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the—
Oh! On second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen— A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence, I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the Sage. I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the Sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the Academia of today. I believed it would be wise to flee the Academia before the Sages had a chance to take action against me. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, well, Sino...
When I was investigating the matter in the Academia, I overheard a conversation between Al-Haytham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Al-Haytham?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler. After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end, I realized had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ainul Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia. Also, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebot as well.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Nope. Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Bantu.
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Creatures? In the sandstorm?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
Anubis. Iya, emang kalau sekilas mirip Anubis si Saino.
The winds died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right?
Tadi untung ada si dia loh, kalau enggak si Saino sama Alhaitham udah mau gelut lagi tuh.
Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Let's see what happened in outdoor. Ini belum buka teleportasinya. Oh nih, deket nih, yang deket nih. Mau ke Sumeru tapi nggak ada waktu. Iya bener sih. Ini aja gue curi-curi waktu cuy. Perjalanan Genshin Impact sekarang udah panjang banget. Kalau dulu-dulu kan kita yang minta questnya banyak. Sekarang questnya banyak kita kewalahan, nggak ada waktu buat diselesain.
Oh, Candace, you're still fighting? You've been dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Kan dia emang protektor
Yes.
di Aru Village.
They just keep coming in waves. I've lost.
Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the flame.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Everybody stand back!
Germinate!
With sword comes shadow. Don't blink! Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up?
Lah itu matanya beda warna. Iya si Candice emang matanya beda warna. Yang satu biru, sebelahnya lagi
What we fought
ini.
just now was probably the aftermath of the.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Siapa lagi?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you
Anjay.
yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children.
Ada orang India, guys.
I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now.
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably
Besok
connected
lagi
to
ya, udah
Irminsul.
ngantuk. Adios, Kalahari.
These regional
Thank you udah
symptoms can
mampir.
indeed be a reflection of
Consigliere.
Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, but no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor... But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino?
I'll be grateful for the assistance. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know.
Set.
You give, you receive. Incoming! Hey! Don't blink! Ah!
Banyak side quest juga di sini.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation? One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The Academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru Village. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down. Initially, the people of Aru Village greatly resented having to take it. Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. After that, the people of Aru Village treated the mad scholars with
A soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru Village? Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru Village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the Academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main...
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone... So, what do you make of the story? Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali. The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late... In addition...
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when some...
Good! Then you should know that...
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met. How can this be to think? Our Archon...
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation. But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll help...
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that?
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the... I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Hatham wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Sorry, I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Oh, of course not. It's all a bunch of nonsense.
Sino is super vigilant.
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and in one summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. So grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa... It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be... Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about..."
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect...
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did...
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way...
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
Hey, Isak! Oh, it's you guys! We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa! Really? Wow! Thank you so much! Yeah!
Alright. Let's ask the local residents some questions.
Penasaran, gue pengen ngebuka ini dulu dah. Teleport.
bad, as far as treasure.
Scatter!
Speed of light! Hey! Let's light it up! Off we go! Incoming! Speed of light!
Wow.
Yeah, bring it on.
Detail pasirnya bagus banget.
Don't blink! Incoming!
Propagate! Yeah. Time to go.
What is that?
Time to go.
Ada Fata Morgana juga di sini. Time to go.
Time to go. Time to go.
That's close enough.
Judgment!
Feel lucky today.
You're mine.
A fateful offering.
As one with wind and cloud.
Lights out. Teamwork is dreamwork!
The wind knows me.
Miscalculated.
Wind strike. Who's next? Now I just need to get my hands on the rest.
Get out of here!
Wind strike.
You can't run! Happy to apply!
Clouds high. The birds come.
Judgment!
No time to lose.
Follow the wind. One with nature.
I messed up.
Bring it on.
Picked you on a well-tested subject.
The wind knows it.
I'm going in!
All right, now we're talking.
Lihat, ada badai pasir di depan piramida kan. Atelwood.
Time to go.
Interesting. Cuman gue belum main ke sana sih.
Time to go. Time to go.
Close enough. You are not welcome here.
Wind Strider.
Off we go.
No time to lose.
Judgment.
Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky...
One with nature. Time to go.
Gue break dulu lah. Yo, I'm back guys. Itu sampai jam 11 lagi. Iya. Sedapatnya aja kita nge-quest teman-teman. Capek juga ya. Kopi gue juga udah habis. Tadi petualangan kita di desert lumayan menguras waktu nih. Kita pengen fokus quest bukan nge-explore, cuman kalau belum buka 3 teleportasi utama ini nih, State of the Seven Dendro ini, kayaknya ada yang kurang gitu. Cuma 1% exploration-nya.
Memories of my home. This blade.
Let's go.
It is the last link I have to the land of...
Aduh. Na 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 na. Ada Travis. Golden Slumber. Wow.
You mean the village keepers? When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road.
Okay.
Anything else?
The scholars that have gone...
Those eyes.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars. I think it's been a few, but honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strict.
Do you also think Grandpa and the other...
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Where I'm from, if we didn't keep moving, we'd freeze to death. Literally. Yeah!
The wind knows me.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa?
Oh, well, if it isn't, the last time I saw him, he was pacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I'd... And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora.
Oh, thank you.
It was nothing. Hey, you're looking for him, right?
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again, and I've known you since you were very young.
Wow, okay.
Huh? Don't say anything for now.
Nurut aja sama saya.
Isak, let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
Time to go.
Listen, see if you can make out.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith.
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler of this land. Still, you say he's coming back, but...
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars. That Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and the Scarlet King. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense.
Exactly.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh? Who are you?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Anubis.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay?
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that the Scarlet King will return to this land. I'm not making this up, I swear!
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for the Scarlet King's speedy return. Delavar also said that once the Scarlet King returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall.
Is that... seems like he still wants to know more.
Got it! At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is...
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Benar-benar.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you,
No, not at all.
Sounds like you're not too close with the...
No, of course not.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this.
Yes, got it.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying. He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of...
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check very well.
Isak!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me. Grandpa, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
Yeah!
This is where Grandpa...
There sure isn't much here.
No.
Incense? Please, but are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully,
So...
Huh? You know...
Yes. Now that...
Wait, surely Tainari didn't let...
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house? In the forest.
No time to lose.
Aduh, nih ada Dendroculus.
Follow the wind.
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried from the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. The scent is quite faint, but still
But who would come looking for Grandpa?
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent? Hey! What's wrong with liking good food?
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, even deep within the clutches of madness. They still yearn for their knowledge-seeking.
No.
So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of all the mats...
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my Grandpa. Grandpa's never done any...
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you...
Let's head to Aru Village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
Pengen buka teleport dulu baru.
Time to go.
Point of view-nya.
One with wind and cloud.
You can't run. You're mine. Bring it on.
Follow the wind. Time to go. Into the wind.
Naik ke sini dari mana ya? Nggak bisa dari sini. Oh, sini. Berarti ya udahlah ya. Ke Aru Village dulu aja. Wasting time banget tadi.
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better.
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here too!
You bet.
Reasonably.
We haven't seen him at all?
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance.
Si Al-Haytham
earlier.
masih jadi
Figured he
misteri
was
banget.
investigating with
Bener
you.
dah.
I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Did you find out anything useful? I see.
The resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've heard of it.
Anjir,
As far as I
kasihan
know,
mata lu.
the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular
Tian
beyond
is
the
back,
wall.
guys.
Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to
Udah lama
mention
nggak
making
maraton,
incense is a
Ti.
labor-intensive process.
Ini belum
You won't see
seberapa.
anybody in the desert with the
Baru 2
patience to
jam.
make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond
Lama
the wall
banget.
must have been supporting
Iya,
this.
storynya emang panjang. Makanya gue
Makes
curi-curi
sense.
waktu juga.
So what should we do?
Masalahnya seru sih.
Do we go
Ceritanya
back to
tuh
the
kompleks.
academia and search for leads there?
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip. Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around these parts. These guys have one thing in common, and that's
Ternambah
being
parah
broke.
mata
The rougher
lu,
life
anjir.
gets, the more they want to believe
Aman,
in the
aman,
Scarlet
aman.
King. Way they see it, the Scarlet
Gue
King's
terakhir ganti
resurrection is the
kacamata
only
ini
chance
pun,
at overthrowing the Academia.
kalau nggak salah nggak nambah. Soalnya gue silinder juga.
Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is
Monitor
the
gue
only
juga
way to
udah,
change the way
kalau
of
nggak
life
salah
here
udah
in the
ini,
desert.
anti radiasi
Anyway,
juga.
that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Asalkan juga kalau main tuh dijaga jarak ya, nggak terlalu deket gitu loh. Itu model kelincinya emang dari earphone
No
atau
merc can
cover?
afford to slack off on gathering
Ini
intelligence.
terpisah,
Every
terpisah.
more I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable
Kalau
investment.
headphone-nya aslinya nggak kayak gini.
Let's head out.
Namanya nih, kupingnya nih
Now hold on,
Fantek
you're
Meo
staying
kalau
right
nggak
here,
salah.
Sino.
Kan gue suka sama kucing tuh,
Our
kayak
village
ya
is
udah lah
not a
gue
big
pengen
place.
headset gue bernuansa
Outsiders
kucing
stand out
gitu.
here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out.
Ya jangan dicopot
The desert
juga,
is
anjay.
unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of.
Nggak kayak Bando
That
sih,
also
kayak
makes it a
dia
whole
tuh
lot easier for me to gain the
mengikat
locals'
gitu loh.
trust.
Nih, ntar nih. Nih gue tunjukin ya. Nih, dia tuh kayak mengikat begitu, terus kayak ada benjolannya gitu di belakang. Iya, nggak model Bando juga sih, karena dia ngikat gitu. Jadi ini kayak buat universal gitu loh. Jadi terpisah, iya terpisah.
I need to go around and ask some questions, but it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Lah, Genshin gue hilang kemana?
Fine.
Good, then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the mad scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan. Yang main siapa? Tian yang kesel ngeliat tingkahnya Paimon. Gue udah kenyang, Ti. Paimon tuh emang bacot dimanapun. Balik lagi ke karavan.
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walk. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms?
Kayaknya nggak efektif
It was only
banget sih
after I grew up that I
temboknya.
realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be... We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The Academia believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are one in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me
Pulsa
thinking.
gue udah mau
that's all.
habis. Kali-kali gue nyoba
Besides,
beli yang
we're
warna
here to
biru
procure
kali nanti.
information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those.
Shh. Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful. Our mission started the moment we arrived. Let's go check out the tavern. Just our luck.
You mean you don't...
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally.
Friendly face.
And who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello.
We've had drinks together. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly.
Absolutely. Much better than those.
Yeah. Have you seen Enger, Delavar?
Of course I have. Matter of fact,
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days. So,
hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together?
yes, how considerate of you.
Set tempatnya di situ nggak tuh? Oke. Berpetualang di malam hari.
Are we there yet?
Mungkin gue bakal lebih menikmati streamingnya kalau main game yang gue pahami ya. Iya sih. Benar-benar. Ini juga kan masalahnya gini Ti. Ini game gue udah jauh banget gitu ceritanya, nggak gue dari awal juga. Gue udah pindah-pindah tempat juga regionnya.
A wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
Ntar kapan-kapan gue live game lain mungkin yang lu ngerti mungkin.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said
Pengen
back in
sih
Arlo
ini
Village?
live stream Among Us. Tapi kalau main Among Us bareng temen tuh ngeselinnya gini. Ntar dia liat stream gue, dia udah tahu gue jadi apa gitu loh. Biasa ada yang curang. Pengen nyoba ini sih, Stumble Guys sih.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. I knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake.
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't ya? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have
anak
stronger
Ilkom yang
bonds
udah
than
mendalami ilmu teorinya dari dosen
We're all looking forward
bisa
to an
mempraktekannya pas
uprising in
main
Sumeru.
Among Us.
There's
Itu ngeri
nothing
banget
more
sih.
we'd like to see than the desert folk
The
overthrowing
power
the
of
academia.
manipulation.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you.
Tapi gue udah lama banget nggak main Among Us. Katanya udah ada role-role baru gitu loh.
Wall of Samio would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of the Scarlet King despise the most.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand that the Scarlet King is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Iya, biar ucapannya kayak manipulatif, jadi mempengaruhi kalau misalnya kita imposter nih, tapi kita berlagak kayak bener-bener bukan imposter, jadi sampai bisa ngelabui orang-orang yang ngevote gitu. Keren banget sih. Masuknya ke ini sih, dark psikologi sih.
Mercenaries
memanfaatkan demi keuntungan pribadi memenangkan gamenya.
whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking. Get him.
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Tapi seru kibulin orang. Ya kalau di game, kalau di dunia nyata mah ngeri anjir. Kalau di game kan kita rananya bercanda ya.
Tidal wave. Impossible. How could you?
Ya gimana dia nggak tepar? Kita nih udah berpetualang dari lama, terus nyoba ngelawan kita ya langsung drop lah dia.
I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no and of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, that so-called flame main is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. That's what you thought. And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. Okay, that should be all of them.
Serem banget.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru?
No task can be done without prep.
Oh, but in...
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down. That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guess.
Wow, what a genius
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual.
Gila, Genshin story-nya lama banget ya.
So, that... about how mercenaries own...
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Ini baru, ini loh Archon Quest loh, belum karakter quest. Masalahnya gue belum bisa ngebuka si Saino gara-gara belum Archon Quest.
I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude.
Kalau gue jadi lu dalam ya sih. Sebenarnya player Genshin Impact nih biasanya banyak yang ngeluh tuh di story-nya. Tapi ya sebenarnya banyak juga orang-orang yang udah salah pandang dulu sama nih game. Nih game kan emang basically RPG story ya. Jadi yang emang harus dinikmati tuh sebenarnya di garis bawah itu emang story-nya. Cuman kalau tipe orang yang emang sukanya gelut-gelutnya doang ya pasti di skip ceritanya. Makanya gue bilang kalau main Genshin tuh pas emang bener-bener lagi santai sih. Soalnya jatuhnya kita kayak diajak ngedongeng juga. Ini kan ceritanya juga sebenarnya seru sih. Selama ini gue main ini game dari zaman apa ya? Gue waktu SMK. Nggak nyesel sih, story-nya bagus juga. Banyak juga kayak hal-hal yang gue dapet dari Genshin yang bisa kayak ada di dunia nyata gitu loh. Bisa jadiin pelajaran. Konfliknya segala macam, masalahnya.
Candace will be okay on her own. She's been guarding Aru village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, traveler.
Tapi maksudnya kalau misalkan ceritanya nggak banyak tuh, ntar bingung juga arah gamenya kayak gimana. Makanya tujuannya dibuat ada story-nya juga supaya kita bener-bener menghidupi gamenya juga, nggak cuman asal kita perkuat karakter, terus apa tuh ya tinggi-tinggian damage sama temen. Makanya dibikin ada story segala macem. Sobek Oasis. Namanya kenapa harus sobek sih? Ya ampun. Wait till the next morning. Oke. Tapi kayak gue udah mulai suntuk ya dengan questnya ya. Jadi gue mau ke Sumeru dulu. Ngecek ngambil reputasi. Di daerah gersang mata gue jadi ikutan gersang anjir. Mending ngeliat hijau-hijau dulu nih. Let's see hijau-hijau guys. Kita perut dulu. Nah ini kan mendingan nih. Enak. Effendi. Gila, baru 17%. 8/31. Ini ada bos baru nih. Coba lawan bos baru deh. Ih, keren banget. Itu. Kalau malam begini ya.
Jungle.
Let's light it up.
I'll be back.
That! Ha! I'll take my leave. Who's next?
Kenapa ada yang muter-muter dah? Wait, ini kalian ngapain muter-muter?
Into the wind.
Lumayan farming. Gila desertnya. Serem amat kayak ada yang nungguin gitu loh piramidanya.
Alright, now we're talking.
You can't run.
Yang ada di spiral nih.
Wind strike.
Masuk dulu, gua nggak tahu di dalamnya ada apa ini, tapi ya coba aja lah ya. Wih, serem ya. Kita berasa ada di Mesir guys. Apa yang bisa kita lakukan? Halo.
Everybody stand back! Punishment!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! You can run, but you can't hide! One with nature. Time to go.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Clouds high. The birds call.
Shiver!
Tidal wave.
You can't run!
Lights out.
Everybody stand back!
Riptide. Who's next? The wind knows me.
Ternyata nggak sesulit apa yang gue bayangkan. Mudah. Kalau di spiral dia tebel banget darahnya. Mesin gue 27.
There are leaves around.
Oke. Para narani banyak banget ini. Story quest. Conquest ini loh. Sepanjang. Branding dulu deh, praksis. Ada kondens berapa nih?
Speed of light! Cut to the chase! Don't blink! Go in!
Propagate!
The sword comes shadow!
Scatter!
Speed of light! Adventure time! Off we go!
nyari talent lain di mana ya? Hero apa yang lagi punya gua build gitu. Ini deh, Arte Dendro. 2 kali pull. Siapa tuh hoki? Siapa tahu ya kan? Nggak ada yang tahu guys.
No time to lose.
You are not welcome here.
There is no escape. Think you can bully me?
Shudder! Blood of frost! Eye for an eye!
Now you're testing my patience. Well,
Absurd!
yeah.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Shake it and stir.
Now you shall perish!
You're mine. Bring it on.
Dia damage. Kasih tuh ini dong. Dengan yang keluar dari konteksnya itu Dendro damage bonus kayak. Ada.
Shine down!
Can't handle your dreams. Huh?
Crush! Vengeance will be mine! I condemn you!
Now you're testing my patience.
Tidal wave. Amateur Masih shouldn't let your guard down.
Retreat, take persen ya. Sejauh ini gua nge-grinding artefak di domain ini masih belum dapat yang oke lah. Cuman gak jadi masalah guys. Ya kalau main Genshin emang resikonya gitu, grindingnya nggak mudah ya. Oke, jadi itu dia live pada malam ini. Gue cuma sampai jam 11, habis itu mau istirahat guys. Gue juga masih UTS. Ya besok belajar lagi, dan kalau sekarang gue mau refreshing dan ada kesempatan mungkin lanjutin story quest lagi, mungkin gue bakal live stream ya. Tapi nggak tahu jam berapa nih teman-teman ya. Ya agak random, tapi ya seperti biasa kalau nggak random itu berarti bukan channel gue ya teman-teman. Terima kasih yang udah sempat mampir ya. Sorry kalau misalkan ada kata-kata yang kurang berkenan atau membuat tidak nyaman. See ya.